This is my second in the series on shadow branching, which is to occlude the leaves of the plant so that new branches are encouraged to come out of the bare branch, which will be the only part that receives sunlight at that point. The reason for this is that pinching back on this type of plant, which is a ficus, does not encourage branching back further on the branches. It just sometimes will heal and start growing anew, or it may split into two branches at the point where it's clipped, but it doesn't really make for more branches on the rest of the plant. For the process for this, I am using a landscaping cloth, which allows minimal light but air to pass through, so I'm not smothering the leaves. I'm just trying to cut back the sunlight on the leaves so that the bare spots will be encouraged to start new branches, which happened last year. I believe this is a totally new branch here. There's several other spots where new branches will come out. This is another new one. So this is the process. I have found in the past I need to be at least 2 layers thick. Otherwise the leaves get enough light to continue photosynthesis and the process doesn't really work. So I am going to try to wrap up the parts that have leaves and leave the bare stems for sunlight. There will be some growth, so it's good to leave some extra room when you cover these so it doesn't misshape the leaves, which happens to some extent anyway since they're covered up. Also, I would not advise starting this in September, but it's been a busy summer, so I don't really want to wait till next year to try it again. I'm using miniature clothespins to hold these pieces in place as necessary. This is adding a little more weight than I anticipated. I may need to revisit this, adjust how much cloth I'm putting on. So at this point there should be little to no photosynthesis supplied by the leaves. And the plant, if true to last year's experiment, should send out some new branches for leaves along the trunk, which is what I'm trying to accomplish. And I did this for about 7 weeks last year before I uncovered everything. Don't think I'll have enough time climate-wise this year, but I will check these in a couple weeks to make sure that there's nothing problematic happening with the leaves. Leave it outside as long as the plant can withstand the lower temperatures. Probably halfway through October I may have to bring it in and we'll see how much progress it's made at that time. It is now the 1st of October, roughly 3 weeks after I added the cloth for the leaves on this plant. There are quite a few areas where there are some leaf sprouts coming out. Quite a few along this stem or this branch. There are not quite as many as I had hoped for, but given the late time of the year, I am lucky to get any. We've had a very warm month in September, and so it's proven to be not as bad of a time to do this as I originally thought. I've turned the plant to face the opposite direction, so some of the parts that weren't really getting direct sun before will get some sun. Hopefully I will get some new sprouts on the sunny sides. Interestingly, this is now producing some additional roots from the trunk. I'm sure there's a technical term for that. Don't know what it is, I'll have to look it up. So at this point I'm hoping to keep this outdoors, possibly for all of October, depending on the weather. I may need to bring it in for a few cold nights, if there are some. If the warm weather holds out, I might be able to just leave it out for all that time. Step that remains is to finish out the shadow branching by removing the leaf Hopefully the covered leaves will fit around a little bit.